Welcome to the Donna Show. It's called Interviewing Fun Friends. So my first guest, and this is the first time I've done this, so be with me, go with it, is Alissa Hunnicutt. And she is a ukulele player, and I wanted to interview her first. So welcome.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to be your first one, Donna.
Yes. Yeah, Sue just said something like, when you do your next one. I didn't know I was going to.
See?
Yay.
Now it's the beginning of a whole new tradition.
Yes. So I met Alissa because she played a ukulele concert upstairs at Uptown Bill's, and she was a ukulele player, so I had to meet her. So I went to her show, and it kind of started from there.
It did.
Yes.
When was 2 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you heard about the show and were able to come, because that show in particular was one of the first ones I was doing here, and I knew I could lead a whole group of people in some simple songs. So I said, bring your instrument, and I was hoping we'd have a whole bunch of people there who brought their instruments.
It's just me.
Yes, it was
Awesome. It was just me.
So I brought you up on stage.
On stage.
And just threw the chord progressions at you. And you just played, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
And that's when, so now every time I'm in town, I have you get up and do a little something.
It goes right to my head.
It's really fun.
Yes. Well, I know that you play the ukulele. How long have you been playing the ukulele?
I picked up the ukulele in the fall of 2011.
Okay.
So just about 7 years.
Okay.
And it feels like both a lot longer and 2 seconds ago at the same time.
Right.
Right, like I've come a long way, and I've been, I started off just picking it up on my own and looking up things on YouTube and downloading some ebooks on how to do it myself. And so for about a year, I was just off and on, just sort of working on it on my own and figuring out some songs. And then about a year into it, I had moved to California, and I just started feeling like I wanted to get more serious about it, and so I found a local teacher there. And so I do a weekly lesson with my teacher, and he's ultimately now turned into like my co-arranger. So I'll bring songs to him, and the two of us together will come up with the arrangement.
Wow.
Which is my favorite thing.
Right. Oh, yes.
It's so fun.
Now, there's lots of instruments in the world. Why did you pick the ukulele?
Well, as anybody who's been to any of my shows knows, I am the hugest Ingrid Michaelson fan in the world. Like, maybe the biggest. I joke around that I could probably do a Schmingrid Schmeichelton cover band.
Yes.
Anyway, I discovered her not long before I picked up the ukulele, and she plays.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she plays the ukulele in her shows still. And some of her earliest songs are just adorable little ditties. And then she's gotten much more serious in her songwriting. But she's a piano player and ukulele player.
Okay.
And so I just really enjoyed her cover song, like covering her music in the instrument it was written on. And then on top of that, at the time I had a roommate named Jess McLeod, who's an amazing theater director. Actually, she lives in Chicago. She had a ukulele, and she would just do sort of stripped down acoustic versions of crazy pop songs, like I can't think of what they were right now, like Katy Perry or something like that, right? Where it was it's this big huge production, and then she's doing this completely intimate, slow, stripped down version of it. It was really fun. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I need something that I just pick up and sit on the couch and make music on my own with no agenda, not for performance, not for a career, just a thing for myself as someone who makes music, just a way to do that. And then it was really fun, and I wanted everybody to see what I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
So about 6 months in, I started getting up and performing in front of people.
Wow.
But because I've been singing forever and ever and ever. So the performing part and the singing part are not at all new. But the strumming and singing at the same time thing was new, so that
It's tricky.
took a little bit. And just, this is my first chording instrument too, so just learning those shapes and being able to transition from one shape to another quickly. But it's such a simple instrument. It's one of my favorite things is that I know anybody can pick it up and start playing. I can get somebody to start playing in about an hour, right? You can teach like 3 chords, and then we can start doing almost all the songs that they know.
Well, on the internet, if you Google 3-chord songs, there's like bunches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Now, I know you grew up here in Iowa
I
City,
did.
and you went to the University of Iowa. What happened after that?
Well, yeah, I went to West High School, and then I moved away for a couple years, and then I moved back and finished my undergrad here. So I graduated from the School of Music, University of Iowa School of Music, in vocal performance,
Okay.
with focus in opera. And so the track for an opera singer was to then go on to a master's degree somewhere. And so I auditioned for all the kinds of different places, and I got into Manhattan School of Music, which was amazing. So I packed up my things and moved to New York, and then stayed there for 20 years.
Wow.
Because I made my little circle of friends, and I knew how to get myself around there, and I love that city. Oh my goodness. So I was an opera singer wannabe person for a very long time, and then I really just felt drawn back to musical theater. So while, again, I'm still in New York, where else, perfect place to decide that I wanted to do that. So I went back into musical theater and did that for a long time.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I still feel like that informs my show, for sure, right? Like, it's a lot about what the song means and the acting parts of the song. Who are you talking to, and what do you want, and what's the situation you're playing, and I do all of that stuff in my head when I'm...
And when I watch your show, I feel like I'm a part of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do
Thanks.
that well.
Oh, I love that. Yay.
Now, you have a day job.
I do.
What do you do where in California do you live?
I live in Burbank.
Okay.
So I live in the Valley.
Okay.
I'm a Valley girl.
Yay.
Whatever.
Yes.
And I do live very close to a Galleria, so that's all true. But yeah, I live in the Valley. I work right now in Beverly Hills, so it's a little bit of a commute, but not horrible. And I moved out there originally to work for Disney. So I worked for the Disney company for 2 years, and I was focused on producing mobile games for kids. So all those games that you download and play on your phone or on your tablet, I was working with. I was herding the chickens, doing that part. So I'm the project manager type.
Okay.
And then and really in the trenches with the team, like staying late, making sure we got everything done. It was a lot of work. And when I left Disney, one of the things, my goals was to find something where I had a little better work-life balance.
Right.
So I'm still working in digital production, but I'm managing a couple websites for a media company.
Okay.
So I manage addictinggames.com and shockwave.com, and I bet some of your viewers played silly little flash games on that site 10 years ago. It's still around. We still have all those fun games. You should definitely come back and play some. Yeah, they're adorable. It's great.
So you like pick an app for that game, and then the game's on your phone?
No, so this one, instead of doing mobile stuff now, it's desktop.
Okay.
So you just go to www.addictinggames.com, and there's a whole bunch of free games to play.
And then there's commercials that pay for them?
There's a little bit of a pre-roll something, but it's all the ads that are on the page.
Okay. Okay.
So as the page is refreshing.
Now, do you enjoy playing games?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I'm more of a mobile game player than I am a desktop game player. But I like both. I like casual games a lot. So, and that's really what the focus is for this media company as well. That it's part of the Defy Media brand.
Okay.
So I work for Defy Media, and I have some very favorite mobile games, and I play them a lot.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know that I've ever played
Have
a
you ever
game.
played?
Well, not to show my age, but there's this game in the 80s called ping pong or pong.
Just Pong.
Pong,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
So I have played video games.
Okay. Yeah, I had that system and played Pong.
Yeah. My
Yes,
brother
it-
would set it up so that it would hit each other all night long, and he'd leave it on.
Oh,
and he'd go,
it's
pong,
meditative.
pong. Because, that's what you do when you're a smarty. And
Yes.
That's all you
You
have to
find the
Pong.
perfect angle.
so
Yes, it's
that and
math.
he took our phone apart. My dad needed to use the phone, so he put it back together.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
Now, besides Ingrid Michaelson, what other musicians have inspired you?
Okay. So, because I'm such a big Ingrid Michaelson fan, I've investigated the solo work of her other bandmates.
Okay.
So I discovered Allie Moss through that. She's Ingrid's backup singer and rhythm guitar player.
Okay.
And she has a beautiful voice. She sings all the high part harmonies. So she sings, I'm a soprano, so she sings more in my range.
Mhm.
And I love her solo CDs. She's got a CD and an EP, and I cover 2 of her songs in my set. And I think she's a great songwriter and a beautiful singer, and is really true to who she is as a musician, and I'm a big fan. I actually am one of her Patreon sponsors too.
Oh.
Like I think she's fantastic. So
Wow.
Allie Moss, look
I'll
her
have to
up.
look her up. I've never looked her up.
She's fantastic. And then, so she's a big influence. Honestly, I love Dolly Parton. I sing one of her songs in my set as well. And I do a puppet show based on a Dolly Parton song too. And I just love, again, like she's so true to who she is.
Oh, yeah.
She writes things that are absolutely happening in the moment in her life. She writes about the truth
She
of
writes
her
about
life.
things that hurt her. Or
That's
hurtful
right.
Things.
Things where some guy has just broken her heart into a million pieces, or where she's just like the happiest thing in the world. She's influenced by a lot of bluegrass. She's influenced by just a lot of mainstream country, but it's a lot of the old school country stuff. That Emmylou, like the stuff that she sang with Emmylou Harrison and Linda Ronstadt, the trio stuff that they did. I know.
Mhm.
So, and I love Emmylou too. So I listen to a lot of her too. It's a lot of, for me. It's a lot about a song that's you can sing along with, where the lyric really means something and is
Right.
telling a story and is delving farther into an emotion of an experience.
Mhm.
Those are the kinds of songs, and they can be happy delving into, or
Right.
silly or funny, or they don't all have to be sad. I do sing a lot of sad songs.
Well,
I like them.
yeah.
But it really,
Yeah.
that's where, when you're really feeling it and you dig deep, all of that truth comes out and you just feel it from them.
Right.
So I'm a sucker.
Well, how do you decide which songs to put into your show?
They definitely have to be something that I'm drawn to, where I have a connection personally also. So I have a lovely boyfriend now who was at my show on.
He was, I
He
met
was
him.
at my show on Saturday, and it was so fun to introduce him to everyone because he was in town visiting and meeting the family.
Yes.
Very exciting. But before him, I had a long dry spell of not finding the guy, and so I was drawn to a lot of those, like, where is he kind of songs, or why did he leave kind of songs, or those were all my truth.
Right.
So you should sing your truth.
Right.
You should sing your truth.
Right. All right. You might not know just one answer. What is your favorite gig you've ever played? Ever.
Wow.
I know. To think of just one.
My favorite gig I've ever played ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, I think what I'm going to say is this is a show I just did last fall in this tiny little music store called Dave's Island Instruments
Oh.
in Orange County in California. I booked a ukulele show with them, I thought, and then they follow me on Instagram, which is @PuppetMissy.
Okay.
And so I'm also a puppeteer. They follow me on Instagram and knew that I did all this puppetry stuff. So when they were talking about the show that I was going to do there, they said, okay, so for the puppetry pieces, so how does that, do we need to do an afternoon show? Are those kid focused? First of all, they're not kid focused. They're sad and thoughtful, and they're not for a slow, it's someone who can invest their time and their attention. They're not for a quick attention span.
Right.
So anyway, but it didn't even occur to me to do the puppet shows there. So then they just assumed that I would.
Wow.
So I was like, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
That might work. Let's try that. So it was an experiment. It was the first time that I picked up my ukulele, I played a couple songs, I put it down, I walked over to a table and did a little puppet show.
Okay.
And then I walked back over and picked up my ukulele and played a couple songs, and then I put it down and walked back over to another table and did another little puppet show.
Oh.
And it was really fun.
Wow. I want to see that sometime.
I'm starting to develop that as something hopefully that'll be tourable. I was really happy with how that all
Good.
came together. And it's weird because it's not like I can puppeteer and sing and play the ukulele at the exact same time.
Right.
Because my hands are busy.
Yeah.
So it's not like the puppetry enhances my ukulele playing, but somehow it is all of me as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all of me as a performer in one evening.
Wow.
And it was very exciting.
Wow.
I'm excited to do more of that.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, your ukulele that you have with
I do.
you. So tell us how you have acquired that ukulele
Right.
and why.
Well, this is an Ohana ukulele. And actually, I was at another music store in Orange County, and they were doing a day of workshops
Okay.
with a couple different teachers, with Sarah Maisel and Brian Tolentino. And they're fantastic. Look them up. So there was a display of Ohana limited edition ukuleles, and I just kept, every time we took a break, I went over and picked it up.
They was speaking to you.
Every time I just, and I wasn't playing a soprano at the time, I was playing a concert.
Oh.
I started on a concert, and I started on a dark wood. But this little tiny blonde just got my attention, and I just kept picking it up. I love all the abalone. I love the sound. It's got a ton of sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's spruce top and then maple back and sides, and so it's bright. And like very present sounding.
It's beautiful.
I just kept picking it up. I couldn't put it down. I had just bought a different ukulele like the week before. I bought a banjo the week before,
Oh.
and I was like, I can't buy another ukulele. I
No.
just bought a ukulele last week. By the end of the day, there was no way I was leaving that shop without it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was so happy to have it and played it for a long time. Then there was a festival happening in Los Angeles, and Ohana was there representing themselves in a booth, and I met the president of the company,
Oh, wow.
Louis Wu,
Woo.
and he saw me with this, and I just raved about it because I just loved it so much. So he gave me a whole bunch of swag, like I got all
Wow.
kinds of little Ohana accessories.
Oh.
And then the following year, same festival, I saw Louis again, and he said, "Oh, you play the SK75G, which is the model number of this instrument."
Okay, he knew that.
He meets people all the time. This was
Wow.
a year later.
Right.
Oh, SK75G.
Yeah.
Yep.
How does you do that?
I don't know,
Oh.
but this is an SK75G.
Mhm.
It was a limited edition, and they actually don't make this in the soprano size anymore.
Oh.
They've stopped. They have one more in their warehouse that I told them they're not allowed to sell because just in case anything happens to this one.
Right.
That's my backup. But so then another year or two go by, and I have stayed friendly with Louis the whole time. He remembers me every time he sees me.
Wow.
And I said, you know what, Louis, I feel like we should just work together. We should really do some more. I'd love to do more with you.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, that's a great idea. So that's how that started. So
Wow.
then I got, I'm an official friend of Ohana is the phrase that they use. I'm endorsed by this company. And
Right.
so I didn't even get like my free artist ukulele right away because I had this one and I'm so happy with it.
Right.
And so I was like, well, you don't need to give me a ukulele. I'm fine with that. I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
That very recently, if you came to the show on Saturday, I'm sorry I don't have it to show, is a cedar top sapwood back inside concert ukulele that I put a low G on, and it's just warm.
The sound
and
was beautiful.
it's really added a lot of variety to the sound.
And
that
the
I can
second uke, which one can you make the sound? Can you make the sound softer or louder on yours?
They both technically have a pickup where I have a volume control,
Yeah.
but this pickup is passive,
Mhm.
and the other one has an active pickup.
Okay.
So the other one, I can really control the volume on that
Okay.
one. I
Okay.
can get really loud.
And you can plug that one in?
Both of them. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So right there, you could turn it down because you don't like the sound or you just want to be soft for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I don't
It's-
have anyone endorsing me. But
Well, you know what? I mean, I really am so proud to be representing that brand, but it was partly my own gumption
Mhm.
of just walking right up to him and saying, Louis, you know how much I love your brand, and I'm playing out a lot, and I'm performing a lot, and I would love to represent your brand.
Wow, I need to go to Hawaii
I was
and tell
just-
them that.
I just did it. I just asked for it.
Wow.
And that kind of courage, I don't think I would not have had that courage 3 years before that.
No.
No way. But I was ready.
Right.
And I've been playing, and I love and I know of the brand, and I love the brand, and I know Louis, and I'm the SK75G.
Yes.
So I felt
You
confident
need
to
to
be able to go up
Get
and do
that.
that.
Well, you're not going to forget it either. Put that on your
Have it.
tombstone
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. How do people find you online?
Okay, so at Puppet Missy is my Instagram and Twitter name, so you can find me that way. Alissa Hunnicutt Music, I think is my Facebook, so if you search for Alissa Hunnicutt Music on
Okay.
Facebook, you'll find my professional Facebook page. And then alissahunnicutt.com is my website, and it's a little tricky because it's all those double letters, but I'm sure you'll probably put that up here
Yes,
somewhere.
we will. We will.
So thank you for
You'll
for
see it
this,
now.
for that.
There you go. Yay. Now, what else? Is there something, like, what's your next show going to be? Something coming up with puppetry or with the ukulele?
Yes, I actually I have a couple things coming up. One of the biggest things I have, well, there's two things that I'm very excited about. I'm going back to Dave's Island Instruments to do a master class that I just started teaching on song interpretation. So kind of what I was just saying, all of my musical theater background that I bring to a show, I want to be able to impart that knowledge to other people when they're getting up and singing something. So delving into the lyric of a song, the real meaning of the song, personalizing that moment for you so that you're really talking to someone and you're really trying to get an answer for them, or you're really trying to tell them something, or you really want an action from them, or whatever the outcome is you're trying to get. Have that in your mind while you're also doing all of the other things, which is a lot to ask of someone who's already playing an instrument and splitting their brain a bunch of ways. But I have found that if you're really playing the intention of that moment, that not only is it more compelling for the audience, so much of your own nerves just disappear because you're not on that stage in front of that microphone. You're in whatever room that is where that other person is standing there and you're talking to them.
Huh.
And so then the rest of the world just disappears a little and you're focused in on that moment. And there's a lot of courage that comes from just being wholly in that intention. So there's a phrase I use which is inspiration rides on intention.
Ah.
So things will come out of you that you just didn't even plan because you'll be inspired to say it that way because you're in that moment.
Wow.
So that class I'm really excited about.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
coming up later this month.
Okay. Do people have to
And-
sign up, or did they just show up? Or?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And it's in Southern California.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll be back here in September or October. I have to look up when the high holidays are.
Okay.
But then the thing I'm doing in August, right before I come back, is I'm headlining the Utah Ukulele Festival.
Oh my gosh, awesome.
And I'm performing a set where I'm combining my ukulele and my puppetry. So that's
Oh.
what I'm doing for the performance. And I'm doing my workshop, my song interpretation workshop during the day.
Okay. Wow, you're
So
gonna...
I'm so excited about that.
Wow, that's
That's
gonna
my
be-
first festival of me being there as an artist.
Right, right. Wow. Well, they will not be disappointed.
I'm so excited.
Yay.
And it's a one-day thing in the middle of Utah, but it's a free event for that community, which I love. So, if anybody's has relatives anywhere
Utah.
around there, yeah,
Go.
come. I'll find out the information.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank
being on
you.
the show, on Donna's show.
Yes,
the
Donna,
Show.
on the Donna Show.
And we'll talk again.
This is Are We There Yet by Ingrid Michaelson. They say that home is where the heart is. I guess I haven't found my home. And we keep driving round in circles, afraid to call this place our home. And are we there yet? They say there's linings made of silver, folded inside each raining cloud. Well, we need someone to deliver our silver lining now. And are we there yet? And are we there yet? And are we there yet? Home, home, home. Home, home, home. They say you're really not somebody until somebody else loves you. Well, I am waiting to make somebody And are we there yet? And are we there yet? And are we there yet? Home, 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 where you lie on the rug while I play with the dog. And it won't be too much, 'cause this is too much, 'cause this is too much for me to hold. This is too much for me to hold. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ingrid Michaelson song because it's me, and we should do that. This is a song called Soldier, and if you want to play along at home, pick up your instrument. The chords are A minor, F, C, and then G. And then A minor, F, C, G. There's no bridge. Like, it literally, the whole song is A minor, F, C, G. That's it.
Yes, that's why I picked this song to play with.
That's right. So this is a good, easy jam for everybody to jam along with at home. So it goes like this.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And we're going to adjust again.
Be the voice of God and tell me what you think of each shot. Yay!
Yay! Isn't that a good one?
I was like, why isn't Donna singing? Donna needs to sing.
Well, you'll get me singing.
That's true.
You'll get me singing.
Not today though, right?
Not today.
You know, you could totally make this a show, Donna.
Oh my
Honestly.
gosh.
The Donna Show.
I could sing harmony to you.
Yeah, will you sing harmony on You Are My Sunshine?
Yes.
So let's leave it in the two-shot.
Well, there we go.
Well, let's readjust.
He's honest.
We'll
I love it.
readjust the readjustment. Okay. Hey,
You can
Aaron?
play on this one too if you want.
I don't know
Okay,
if I can do
then
it.
don't.
I'll sing.
Okay, good.
Even though it's a lovely song, I just.
Hey, Aaron. Voice of God me real quick. Get on the mic.
Aaron wrote down the questions.
They were great.
I know.
you hear
weren't
me?
they? Well, she's like Lou. She's
I need to
quite
hear you.
educated.
Talk into it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I hear you. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Tom.
Treats now.
Oh, you did. Hello.
How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you done? Are you
No, we
finished?
have one more song to do, but they're setting up her our
Nice.
size, I guess.
Hello.
Hello, Tom.
This this is my first the Donna Show.
It's the Donna Show.
and I interview fun people, and
I'm her first
Alyssa's
guest.
my first fun person.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. You're still talking to me?
Yes,
Okay.
even though you're leaving. Just barely. You know, the only reason I'm talking to you is you're not going very far, so you're just required to continue to come in when I come into town.
Where are you
Maybe we
going?
could get you a gig.
Yeah,
Up in Minnesota?
Well, I'm either, at the
Des
end of
Moines,
June,
maybe
I'm
you
leaving.
said.
I knew you were leaving.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
So
were going to
e-
Des Moines.
Either Des Moines or back to Aberdeen.
Oh, well, Des Moines then.
Yeah, he needs to do Des Moines. Then I'll do a gig out there.
I have to find a venue, I guess.
Yeah, you do.
Get started in the
Yep.
ATV. And,
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so much work.
Right?
Hey,
That's
Susan,
right.
how you doing?
Hi, Tom. Good. How are you?
Haven't seen you like in,
3 days?
yeah.
Yeah. I saw you Friday.
That's
No,
right.
Thursday.
Another person who's practically living upstairs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Okay, well, I'll let you get back.
okay, we've got one more song we're
I
gonna
just
do.
was gonna look in and make funny faces.
Thank you.
Still
All
can.
right, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
See you next time.
Yes, in 6 months, from wherever you are, or I'll come to you after this one to do a show at your place.
I'd come with you.
Yeah,
I'd be your group.
All right.
yeah, totally.
How are my shots? Camera 1. Camera 2. Good. Camera 3. Good.
Yeah, I have not gotten over the look at yourself on TV yet.
It's no fun.
No.
It's definitely easier to be a puppeteer,
Yeah.
because then you're just looking at the puppet on.
Well-
But this monitor is terrible. You can't puppeteer to this monitor. The delay is too bad.
Oh.
You can't. It's not working. But it's fine for this, because I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see how that works.
Yeah.
The second I shut the door,
Okay.
go for it.
Okay.
Okay. You could introduce it.
I will. You know what? I don't know who wrote this song. I have to look it up.
I don't know.
I think I have it on my phone somewhere.
Go ask Siri. Siri, who wrote You Are My Sunshine?
I don't know who the writer is in You Are My Sunshine.
That'll do. The Wikipedia will do.
Here's some information.
Jimmy Davis and Charles Mitchell.
First ones that
Are
recorded.
we looking?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Are we looking for the
Popular.
lyrics?
No, popular song written by Jimmy Davis. Oh, by Jimmy Davis.
Okay, Jimmy Davis. No,
Okay.
we didn't know who wrote it.
I didn't know who wrote it.
Triple check the things as they moved.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
She's trouble.
I know.
Always has been.
Never. Oh man. Ugh.
Here, let me get
Camera
that.
3, good?
Yeah. Now I know why my back will hurt tomorrow.
Camera 2.
Number 2.
Camera 1.
Yep.
Okay. When I shut the door, ladies, begin.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Jimmy Davis.
Yes. 1939.
Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is something that I do in my shows very often. It's a song that most people know. We just looked up who it was written by Jimmy Davis.
Yes.
Right? What year was that?
1939.
Oh, so
Yeah.
see, it's a very old song. Lots of people do this song, but it's typically done in a happy key, in a major key, but it's really sad. The other verses that people don't normally sing are really sad. So I do it in the relative minor. I heard a couple different bands do it in the relative minor. They influenced this, and it makes more sense to me. So this is You Are My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamt I held you me, and no one else could come between. But then you left me to love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This makes more sense that way.
Oh, gosh.
Thanks, Donna.
You're
That was
welcome.
fun. We were just making up those harmonies and you were nailing it. We're going to do that next time I'm in
Okay.
town.
Whew.
That was really fun.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you.
Thanks for the Donna Show.
Yay!
What a fun
The Donna
show.
Show. Fun friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,